Hello, sir.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Nice to meet you, by the way.
Likewise. All right. Did you have a great day today?
Hmm?
Did you have a
What?
good day?
Yeah.
All right. So, um, do you have a specific game in mind?
Mm, maybe those ones like no, the 1-7 maybe with 7 deaths, because in this kind of games I get like lost in terms of first of all mindset, but well, that's my personal problem, and second in terms of macro because I don't know how to get back in the game for
Yeah.
multi like farming, um, objectives, etc. Even which lane to split most of the time.
All right. Do you see my screen, by the way?
Yeah, I do.
Perfect. You can see the mouse as well.
Yeah.
Yep. That's good. All right. All right. First thing. Um, do you think anything about the matchup before you walk towards the lane?
I think we have a early disadvantage compared to his kit. Plus my reflex
Yeah.
in terms of trading, because I'm well, maybe not the fastest reaction player ever. In this case, I'm gonna wait for the ultimate, but even with the ulti, we can have a huge kill chance due to the ulti and the ignite as well.
Yeah. That's it.
So I'm supposed to play passively and farm all I can, all the farm I can get.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, and also that one big thing is that he has ignite,
Mm-hmm.
so you have to be really careful. So you don't really want to take trades against him early on.
Mm-hmm.
Then, if we look at the younger matchups, Diana is not gonna do anything early. But Jarvan he can look to do like level 2 ganks, level 3 ganks, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're gonna see that they're gonna invade her. And your teammate is AFK. That's good. So now they back off. So now you know that Jarvan is gonna start on red side. And I'm not sure about Diana. Maybe she's gonna start blue, but I think you're gonna see that depending on where Wukong is gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
So with this information, what do you wanna do with the lane early?
Or just let him push
Yeah.
and freeze on the tower. But I'm sure that I haven't done that in the game.
Yeah, maybe not. But like another thing, if you see because you saw 5 people invading, I would assume yeah,
Uh-huh.
you had a ward here as well. So instead of you staying here, if you can walk towards this bush,
Mm-hmm.
so
Oh yeah, the lane is gonna be.
yeah, exactly. So if Wukong is not gonna go here, and
Mm-hmm.
like you should be able to spot him here. He should never use face check here without you like knowing about it. So then, if he's for some reason gonna leash up or something, if you're gonna be standing here, then you can just pull the wave.
Okay.
But instead, you're just gonna sit there and wait. You could also just sit in this push, to be honest, because you saw all 5 people bot. So if you just sit here, then you're gonna see if Wukong is gonna come here, or you can maybe just drop a ward. If you drop a
Okay.
ward here, then you
Mm-hmm.
run towards up here.
Mm-hmm.
Then if Wukong is not gonna be in the lane, you can just pull the wave. Then it's gonna be really good for you.
Okay. So I get the level 2 earlier compared to him.
I mean, he's gonna get level 2 first,
Okay.
but the wave is like if you're gonna pull the wave here, then it's gonna build up and it's gonna push towards you.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But if it's gonna be even like this, and now you're gonna auto attack the minion,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna push towards him. So if the Wukong is good, is it should just let the wave push towards him. Then
Mm.
when he's gonna be around level 2, he can skip the wave here, and you can't do anything.
Okay.
But instead, if the wave is gonna push towards you, then you can maybe try and hold it here. And since Jarvan is really good at ganking early, if you can go red, wolves blue, and gank top, then Wukong is just dead.
Okay.
And we have to remember that Wukong doesn't have TP as well. So if you get the kill of Wukong here, and you're gonna keep the wave frozen, then he's gonna lose so much XP.
Roger.
So now he's gonna get level 2 and he's gonna jump right away, I would assume. Yeah, like, no, if the Wukong is good, he's just gonna walk up. You have to back off. And even though he's maybe gonna lose some minions, you're gonna miss XP. And if you don't walk back, he's just gonna jump on you and just chunk you. Now Jarvan is gonna be here.
Yeah, I was trying to be. I'm not gonna say on the tower, but near, at least to reach the XP from the minions.
Yeah. And we should also assume that Diana started bot side because Wukong he ran straight to lane. I'm not sure if you realized this
No, I
in
don't.
this game, but it's quite important because if Jarvan is gonna clear like this, he's not gonna go for 2 ganks or 2 camps into top. Then Diana is gonna be around the same area, but on the opposite side of the map.
Okay.
So Diana start here, Jarvan start here. Both are gonna pop up to top. So if then Jarvan wants to look for a gank here, and the wave is gonna be big for Wukong, he also has Ignite, then you can never take the trade because, or take the gank, because if Diana is gonna be here, they're just gonna kill you both. So in this scenario, it's better to just let the wave crash towards you. You can't really do anything about the crab because Wukong is gonna be so much stronger. You just have to give it up. But I'm guessing Jarvan is gonna go for it anyway. And for some reason, Diana is going for the bot crab, not top. But since the wave is so big, Wukong can just move down here, and him and Diana can just take the crab. Jarvan can't do anything. Because you can't move here. If you're gonna move here, you're gonna lose so much XP. But I guess this is fine for you at the moment. Now you're gonna be quite safe here as well. You're close to the tower, you have 2 potions. It's pretty chunked as well. You got this flash. And you almost killed him. We should know that since Diana didn't go for the top crab, she should be on the bot crab. So she's not gonna be close to you. So you just safely push this out and just take a base.
Okay.
And I'm gonna assume that you're gonna do that, but you never know. Maybe? Yeah, that's bad. You should just take a base there. Because you have 800 gold. You could spec for Sheen or something. And you can't do anything here. Like, you can maybe get XP of 2 minions or something. But you have so much gold. So all you want to do here is just to crush this wave. Know your space.
Okay.
Then if you're gonna base right now, your base is gonna be done now. You're gonna be here. You're gonna have new, like, lots of new items and stuff. And Wukong can't crash this wave before you're gonna arrive back.
Okay.
And let's see what happens to the wave here. Because this wave should slow push towards you. And if you can then come back here with new items, then Wukong has no flash, so it should be really hard for him to just crash the wave. So your goal here should be, he has no TP as well. So if you can just hold the wave here, it's gonna struggle so hard. Because he can't really fight you, because you should be stronger if you just go for Q pokes. And he can't crash the wave. And he has no flash. So he really needs to crash this wave so he can base. Otherwise, Jarvan can just repeat gank and Wukong is dead, because he has no flash. So, like, even if you can look for a kill here or something, I think the main goal you should have is just to keep the wave here. Like, You could have the wave around this area as well. Just keep the wave so you can't crash it. But now, you sponsor cats here. That's also pretty bad. You should just keep the graves here. So if he's gonna jump in on you or something, then you can spawn cats and trade with him. You just want to keep them as like pressure points or something, like so he can't do anything. If the graves are just gonna sit there, then he can't play the game. He can't crash, and you can just farm here, and he's gonna be scared. But now since you spawn the cats, it's gonna push towards him. So if I'm Vukor now, it's gonna be a kind of wave as well. I would just back off, just take a base, and before you could crash the wave, he should be coming back.
Gotcha.
Because also, if he's gonna stay now, what if Jarvan is gonna be here? You slow build up push. Slow build up push. You get level 6, and you can just dive him. So Wukong just has space there. But he's not gonna do that. And then again, Jarvan's not there, but Wukong doesn't know that. And there's no flash, so he should be scared. And then we can look at the gold again. Oh yeah, you haven't base yet, but you should have taken a base earlier, and you had 800 gold before, so you're gonna have like 600 or something now. Then you could use base for, I don't know, boots, cloth armor, maybe Kal, maybe Doran's blade or something. Because even if you're gonna stay here, you're not gonna be able to do anything. It's one thing if Crab or something is up, then you can maybe go for Crab instead.
Okay.
But now you're just gonna go for Vision. You put a ward here.
I have a question. Is better to build Trinity or the other item? I don't remember the name.
Yeah, Divine.
Yeah,
I assume.
Sunderer.
Yeah, Triforce is always better.
Always.
Always.
Perfect.
At least early game. Like, it gives the best power spike you could get as a one item. But then, if you're gonna play against 5 tanks or something, you still want to go Triforce early. But you could maybe swap it out, like, as a last item to Divine. But Triforce is just so much better.
Okay, perfect.
So now you stayed, and it's gonna be the same thing here. Like, after you push the wave here, this wave is gonna build up and push towards you, because the minions are gonna be closer to this tower and the coming wave, etc. So if you space here, you just run back, it's gonna be the same thing. I don't think it's gonna be able to crash the wave. And he also wants to base. If you just crash the wave, take a base, run back with new items, then he can't crash it. You can just hold the wave here again. And that's good for you. Because usually when I play, all I do is early game as Yorick. I want to try and slow push the wave, crash it, take a base. Then it's gonna push back to me. I'm gonna collect it, I'm gonna build up a wave, I'm gonna crash, I'm gonna base.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna lose anything if I just build the waves correctly. Maybe I'm gonna lose like 2-3 minions, but it's still worth it.
Gotcha.
Because now 8 minutes already and you haven't based. Maybe when I play a similar game to this, maybe I based 3 times already. Maybe 2, maybe 3. But now you're gonna base. And he's gonna base as well. What tab is watching, that's fine.
No need for CB, right?
Not really. I mean, the wave is gonna push towards you anyway, but you're gonna lose some. And if you wanna TP for some reason, just TP on the casters. Because the enemy minions are attacking this target. So if you don't TP on that, the minion is gonna die, and he's gonna lose golden XP. But now, I mean, maybe you're gonna crush it anyway, but it's just a good habit to have. Like, you wanna deny as much minions as possible. So if you just TP on the casters, then this melee should be dead.
Okay.
But you have a pretty good CC lead already, and since he has Ignite, it should be really hard for you early on. But since you survived early game, then it's just gonna be easier and easier for you. And then you went for one plate. I think you should just back off after you get the 1 plate, because now the maiden is gonna take damage. And since you already TP'd back to the lane, you wanna stay in the lane for some time. So now Wu can just kill the maiden.
Yeah, that TP was kinda useless.
Yeah, now you're gonna base again. So if you want to TP, then you have to have a purpose for it. Like if you want to push the wave to go for crab, because you could, if the top crab is up, you could TP here, just push the wave, go for crab, go for grump, and then goes up again. You're gonna get a lot of golden XP. But if you just want to TP just to push one wave, then that's a waste. Especially if the wave is gonna push back towards you, like it would. Alright, so you're gonna take a base, you bought a long sword for that. So instead of basing, like first of all, just go for one plater and keep the maiden healthy. Then you could stay and like take the cannon to melees, and then you just back off. You walk down here, you go for grump, and then you go top again.
Okay.
It also depends a bit, like if your one is gonna pop up to the grump, then maybe it's kind of douchey to just take it. But if it's gonna stay around bot or mid in this instance, I would just take this. And if he's gonna go straight now and just try and die bot, I would just take blue as well.
Okay.
Because that would mean that if Jarvan can dive here, then Diana should be on the opposite side of the map. So if Diana is gonna be here, you're gonna see Jarvan here, then you're gonna try and invade and go for the blue. So if you then just go here and take blue, take ramp, maybe even wolves, Diana is gonna come here. She's gonna waste so much time.
So I'm actually denying an invade, jungle invade.
Yeah. Like if I'm Jarvan here and I'm gonna take all this side, all the camps here, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna try and invade and dive them. If I manage to dive them, I can maybe do grump blue. Then if I'm Diana, I can't really go bot because my bot lane just died. So I have to sit up. And if I then go for my red and my raptors, then I want to go here, and I see that all the camps are gone. Like, I'm gonna be so pissed. Like, he can't do anything. He can just sit here. Like, sit here for like 30 seconds because he can't really do anything. He can't farm. Could maybe go for it, but it's really risky. I think that's a pretty good thing to keep in mind when you play Yorick. Like, if the jungler is on the other side of the map, and Grump is up, Wolves is up, even blue, just try and take it if you can. As long as you don't lose like way too much on top. But if you then slow push a wave on top and then crash, and then you look for camps, then you're not going to lose anything. You're going to get a really big C sledge and XP ledge. So now we push it out. And here I'm gonna assume that you're gonna die, or at least have the flash, because his ultimate, his ignite and flash. So your goal here should be just push out this wave and then back off, and then I don't know, take a base maybe, because you're not gonna be able to do anything if you just stay here. You also, I don't think you saw Diana in a while. Alright, yeah, so Diana just died. So what you want to do here is just to hard show this wave as soon as possible. Or as quick as possible. Because if Diana is going to come here and Wukong is going to hold the wave, then you can't farm. But if you just crush it and just back off, then you can just take a base or go for Grump again. Now you're going to fight him a bit. And you had the flash. He flashes as well, so it's not that bad. But he's like, you still don't want to go for that trade. You just want to focus on farming as much as possible. Because Wukong's only chance of winning against you is if he can snowball with his ignite early on. The late game, he can't do anything against you. So about 2 cloth armor. It's gonna be a big wave to collect. You collect the wave. Same thing here. You just want to push this and then look for Grump, look for wards.
Okay.
You could go for one plate here, but I don't think it's worth it yet. Because usually you're gonna have enough gold for Triforce around 12-30 minutes if you farm well. And if you then manage to kill Wukong once, and you're gonna have a kind of wave here, you can just take like 4 plays in one go. So what I like to do on Yorick is that I prioritize jungle camps before plates early on. But then like obviously before 40 minutes you wanna get as many plays as possible. But if you can just wait for like 12 minutes or something, then you should be able to get like at least 3 plates. If the top laner is gonna die or if it's gonna TP away or something. Here.
So basically, don't force the plates. Instead, just farm the camps.
Yeah, like it happened earlier, like when you when the maiden got chunked a bit because you greeded for another plate. You could just take one plate and just back off. That's fine if the plate is free. But if you slow push a wave and you crash, you could either go for one plate here or you could go for Grump. I would just take Grump because plate is not gonna give you an XP, and if you farm well enough early, you're gonna have Triforce around this time anyway. You're gonna be so much stronger. You're gonna have level lead, etc. So if you just farm jungle camps, then you can just take the place later on. And even if you can't take them later on, it's still more worth with jungle camps, I think, if they're just free. Like if Jarvan is gonna play around bot side entire game, and the Grump is just gonna sit there. I think it's 12 minutes now. Let's see when the Grump spawns. I think it's gonna spawn now, and I think it's 9 minutes. I mean, Jarvan should just take the Grump here, but I guess he's just gonna go Wolves Blue. Just back off. Yeah. So the Grump is gonna be up for 3 minutes. If you just take it, when I said earlier, like when you had an opportunity, I can't remember when, then it could maybe respawn 2 times already, like at 12 minutes mark or something. You go for that plate there. Then you build Bramble. I think that's fine. Here, the wave is gonna come to you anyway. If I know that the Grump is up, I would just take it before the wave is gonna crash here, because it's still gonna take some time. So here,
I was going for Rumble because of his Conquer. Is maybe a good idea or is not?
Yeah, I think Bramble is a really good item in general.
Okay.
I prefer Executioners though, because it's not reliable for me. Like later in the game, if I'm gonna play against, I don't know, Mundo or something, and I'm gonna have Bramble, he's never gonna hit me in that team fight, so I can't really stack it. To reduce the healing. But on Wukong, it's fine if you feel like you need armor. It's a damage is also pretty good on it, so I think it's a good buy. I think it comes down to preference a bit. But yeah, I would just go for the Grump here. Take it, because now you're just gonna sit there and just wait for the wave anyway. Maybe you're gonna lose one milli if you go for the Grump, but it's still worth it. So you're gonna push again. Wukong is gonna roam. You ping missing. That's good. Your team doesn't listen. That's not very good. Like now, for example, if you farmed a lot of jungle camps before, if you didn't grid for plates earlier, if you went for good bases when you could have Triforce now if you don't build like Bramble and Boots, etc. So if you had Triforce here, you could just take 5 plates here. Because Wukong is gonna be on the Drake. So you could just take all the plates here. It doesn't matter if you went for the plates earlier. Or if you didn't go for the plates earlier because you went for jungle camps, because you could just take them all now. Especially in solo queue, like if I'm Wukong right now, I don't want to like, my only chance of winning is if I go and just kill your teammates, because it's gonna be really hard for him to win against you now, because you already have a pretty big CC lead. Like, he kinda has to roam. If he roams, you could just take all the plates. It's like 1k gold, all the plates, and the first tower or something. Hit that once, you save the maiden. That's fine. It's 1 minute until plates are gone. But if I were you, I would just stay here. Just wait for this wave. Sponsor cats here. Because the thing is with Yorick is, if you have a cannon wave and you sponsor cats here, you have your maiden. If Wukong is gonna be here and trying to take the wave, if you just land E, or your cats and maiden is just gonna attack them, while the tower is just gonna hit the cannon. And it's gonna hit the cannon for like 8 shots or something, 7 shots. I'm not sure. So Wukong is gonna be really chunked then.
Okay.
So Q's hit your E. It's gonna be chunked, your Q's back off. The maiden is not gonna die. Maybe the caster are gonna die, but it doesn't really matter. If you then do that, you can maybe collect the wave. If you have enough gold, you can maybe take a base. Otherwise, just go for Grump again. If you have free time, you can go wolves as well. And then you go back. Because in this game, I think if I played like I explained, you could have like 140 farm at the moment, 150 maybe, depending how it goes, but 140 for sure. If you just push, go for jungle. Push, go for jungle. You just take a good base when you can.
Okay.
And like I think 14 creeps is a kill in gold. So if you then have 140, it's gonna be like you have 2 kills. And you're gonna have more XP as well. So you don't have to kill the enemy top laner just to get a huge lead. So now, just wait here. Push a wave. Jan is gonna come. You have no flash, and you're dead. Can we prevent this? Like here, once again, Jorvan is around bot side, like he was entire game. What you wanna do then is that you wanna collect the wave, and you wanna be safe. So what I would do here is that I would slow push this. I want to attack as quick as I can. Try and wait for this wave to come in, and then you just crush both waves. Or if you feel like you can't wait for that, then you should just hard shove this. You shouldn't go for E on him. You should just try and push the wave. Just ignore him. If he's gonna jump at you, then you can fight him. Like, the chunk here is not gonna do anything. Like, sure, he's gonna lose 200 health HP, but now it's gonna be much harder for you to crash the wave. Since Jarvan is gonna be around bot, then that should mean that Diana is gonna be on top. So you don't wanna be exposed to a gank here. So since you went for the chunk, you can't crash this wave. Otherwise, you could maybe just be here and just push wave here with the kitty cats. Or if you slow push, like I said before, then this wave would combine with the previous wave, and you could just crash it. Now you're gonna try and crash, Diana is gonna come. And you also have no flash since the gank earlier. You're gonna die. It's not great. How much gold do you have? 1200. I think. Yeah, you can't afford it. Right, you're gonna get 11 now. So you have like kind of similar XP to Wukong. But if you just took all the farms, like I said earlier, you could maybe be 12 now. Maybe even a bit more. So you should try and look for that. You're gonna push. Diana is gonna be here, you can't do much. Once again, you can't do anything here. Diana is gonna push this wave. And most likely next wave as well. You just go and do Grump. Grump is still up. Like, if we look at your team, your bot lane is really fed at the moment. Your Malzar is hinting. But you don't really want to group and team fight with your team because Anivia is so good against Yorick. So what you want to focus on early game is that you just want to get as much golden XP as possible. If you can rush towards your level 16, you're gonna be so hard to kill. You just split push and you just be a real pain in the ass. You push here. They're gonna go and kill you. Let's see what happened here. So you saw the mid. The spawn rift. Wukong is there. After you take this tower, Wukong, he could either base or he could run top. Or bot, I guess. But since Senna is already here, I think Senna wants to go bot. Wukong should go top. So let's see, do you hard shove? Yeah, kind of. What I would do here is that if I know that Wukong is gonna go top, most likely, just hit like 1 melee, 2 melees, maybe even the cannon, and then you have cats here, so you can just back off. And if they're not gonna show on top, the cats are gonna push the wave anyway. So here, just EQ cannon, and just back off. You're gonna go for this, but if you just leave the cats like here, like this, there should be able to get like at least 2 of the range, and you're gonna be much safer. Alright, nice TP. But like even then, it's kind of bad to use your TP like this because do you see Drake?
Yeah, I also recognize it was a bad way to use it, but it was still only thing to avoid the kill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But if you can
losing
avoid the
too
kill
much
without TP, then it's
as well.
great. Just try and push the melees, try and get cannon, just back off. You could also just you could if I know that I don't have much time, I would just auto attack Q this wave for this minion. You just go straight for the cannon. Just try and get the cannon and just leave all the other ones.
Okay.
You get it, you get out. If Wukong, like in high elo, maybe Wukong is gonna hold the wave here if it's gonna be here earlier. So maybe that's gonna be a bit bad, but if you can just go and farm jungle while he's freezing, then you're not gonna lose that much.
Okay.
So I think that's worth it. Now, they have 2 drakes already, so I'm not sure what drake. Yeah, it's gonna be mountain. So if they're gonna get the next drake, it's gonna be quite difficult for you because they could threaten with the soul. And since you tip it bot and you died somewhere. Alright, so you tip it bot, you have 1k gold. You have enough for Triforce here. Tip it bot, Aphilos is going base. Push this wave. You spawned ultimate here. I don't think you need to. I think it's better to just keep it for drag fight. It doesn't really matter that much though. But just push the wave. Now you want a base. You have enough gold for Triforce. 1.6, 1.5. And you have no vision here. So, like, enemy wave is gonna be here. You can look at your own wave. If your wave is gonna be here, that means that enemy wave is gonna be here.
Okay.
So you can't really walk up here. You're not gonna get anything. And you just want a base. Drake is gonna be up in like within 1 minute, I think. No, yeah, 40 seconds. If you die here 40 seconds before Drake and you don't have TP, you're just gonna get a Drake. Just try and get your base because you're not gonna get anything here.
Okay.
You die. Drake is gonna spawn. Wukong is push here and it's gonna be ready for the fight. You don't have TP, so you can't be here. So your team should just leave the Drake here because you just can't win. Maybe Jorvan can go for a steal or something, but they can't win a straight fight here. Like maybe if they can stall, you could maybe win the fight if you have the Maiden. But since you use Maiden on bot, it's gonna be down. So you're not really a champion at the moment. You're also gonna bleed a lot of CS on bot and top. So I think it's like if you die like this, your team should just back off and just go and farm. Now you're gonna pick a fight here. Jorvan is gonna try and flip it, I assume. He's gonna jump in, he's gonna die. And your team is just gonna die here. And I think all of this happened mainly because you overstayed her and you died. See, if you just pushed and just went base straight away. Here you push, same thing here. You can just kill the cannon, the cats are gonna push anyway. You can just take a base here. You take a base, you get Triforce, you're gonna be 46 up on Wukong. You see Wukong on top. This base. In this scenario, like if I want base here, if I'm Yorick, I still don't really want to fight against Olivia. So what I want to do is that base, I go top. Wukong is gonna stay. I can maybe try and kill him because he should be way stronger. You have Triforce, etc. You walk up here. If he's gonna back off, you can spawn cats here. Spawn 3 to 4 cats here. You make sure that they're gonna push the wave. So you spawn cats here. Maybe you kill the cannon. Maybe one melee. And then you run towards Drake if you want to fight for it. Yeah, I think that's pretty good to do. So if you spawn cats here, make sure that they don't die to the wave. You just kill 1-2 minions or something. Then they're gonna push here. You join here. You go. Your cats are gonna be here pushing. If you can just hold them here, then you're still gonna get all the XP and gold of the cats. And if Wukong is gonna be here, he's gonna lose all the XP. If the wave is gonna crash here later on.
Okay.
But instead you died and you fought 4v5 and you lost the Drake. But just imagine, at this time, if the cats would be here with a wave, then enemy team is gonna be pressured to either rush Drake or base and go top. Since they don't have TP, if they go top, you can just get Drake. And then if they rush Drake, maybe they make a bad play or something, and you can capitalize. Or in worst case, they get the Drake, but you get like maybe 2-3 waves here, and they lose a lot of waves. But you die. They killed all of you. They got 2 towers. Now you're 13. You could be maybe level 14, 15 at this point. If you just focus on farming jungle camps, setting up cats inside, just push and farm. You could also have 220, 230 CS at this point. And if we just did, like I said, how you can prevent all the other deaths you had, then I think you can just 1v9 this game. You gotta pick a Wukong, maybe. Yep. Now you have cats up here. Enemy team is gonna come here. Aphelios is not here. You just wanna back off. Because if I'm Yorick now, I just wanna base. I don't really have TP, but they can't do Nash anyway. So if I use space here, I go bot. I have 1k. I can maybe get giant spell, I guess. It's better than nothing. You go bot, you go Krugs, boom, take it. You go here. You spawn some cats here again. You spawn 3 to 4 cats. You don't have to push the wave, you spawn cats, make sure that they're gonna push. And you can just leave it. And you could walk up. You can walk into this bush and you say, oh, a ward. You take the ward. Extra gold. Then you go towards your team. Same thing here. You can just hold. Sit here with your team. You just look at the enemy team. If there's a bot, they have no TP. Because this wave is gonna push because you spawn cats. So it's gonna push here. If you see Wukong here, it's gonna be 5-4 here. You can look for a fight. Also, I can maybe flash ult. Or just get the vision. Instead, you're gonna say top. It's really risky. You have no vision here. You're gonna go for this tower. It's also very risky. You don't need to take this tower. This tower is not gonna do anything at this stage. It's like 150 gold, 200 gold maybe. But if you instead just take a base, use the Krugs are like, I don't know, 110, 140 gold maybe. Take Krugs, spawn here. You're gonna get like 300 gold. Now you try to go for 1 tower top. That's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna give you XP as well. So I stopwatch. Now you died. Now your team is gonna die. But if you just went bot, like I said, spawn cats, you could just group with your team now. So you could be here with your team, so the enemy can never go like this. And if they go like this, Your team can just back off with you. You can just put up W and just contact edge. They're gonna lose the farm here. And yeah, like you still want to fight. Just imagine if you're gonna be around here. You can maybe kill one more and you can get Nash. And after that it should just be game over for them. Because if you did all the steps I said, you would have 50 Cs more. And if you get Nash, you're gonna be close to 16. I think you could maybe even be 16 if you get Nash. If you're gonna be 16 against Wukong, that's gonna be level 13. You're just gonna split side or split push. He can never do anything, so they need at least 2 people. Not even that is gonna be enough, I think.
Okay.
Like, without Anivia, now Diana is kind of fed because you fed her a bit. But if you didn't feed like you did, even Wukong and Diana is not gonna be able to kill you if you're 16 and you're Nash buff. And you just play with the wave. If they engage you, pop ultimate, pop wall, just back off. And the minions and cats are just gonna kill them. And then if they have 2 people top, your team is gonna be here and just pushing because enemy team can't defend here if they have 2 or 3 people top. Now, Anivia is smurfing. Triple kill, quadra kill, yeah. Now they're gonna play for soul. And they're gonna be so much stronger now, so it's gonna be hard for you to contest soul. Push, push, push. Let's see. We change anything here? Yeah, this is fun. Push the wave like this. Then, if I want to contest for crab, I would just go straight on bot. I guess this is fine, kinda. If you have a plan, like if you wanna go here, try and take the tower, maybe force them to walk up towards you so your team can walk in. But if you just go mid without a plan, then you should never do that. Then it's better to just push this wave and just join your team.
The main idea was to just bait one of them to protect the mid lane and then give the some advantage in terms of fighting for my team, but well.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the plan, then it's a fun thing to do. But then, first of all, you should be like, you want to be hovering this side because the entire enemy team is going to be around this area. So if you're going to stand here, then it's going to be so scary. You have no vision here, so they can maybe just jump on you. But if you stand here and you walk here and you want to look for the wave or for the tower, then that's fine. That's pretty decent call. If you go here, you hit the tower a bit, enemy team is going to walk up. You can walk out this way or this way. But I think, yeah, that's a good, like a good plan. Now it's gonna be really hard, so Jarvan has to flip it because Anivia is just gonna summon people. But like, it's just so hard to fight Anivia like this. We should never be in this spot to begin with. We just followed all the steps. So now it's like pretty much impossible for Yorick to do anything this game. So they get Nash. Then I'm gonna assume that they're just gonna group and push and go top. That's fine. One cast there. Push one more. Your team is dying. I think this is fine. You can't really do anything in your base anyway. You also put on Nivea, that's fine. The wall, she can't do anything. That's good. Here. Yeah, that's fine. You're gonna try and base now, and Nivea is gonna try and stop you maybe. Like, it doesn't really matter at this point if they get bot inhib. Because you could just clear the wave so easy as Yorick. You could even, like, you should be at 16 at least now. If you're gonna be 60 now, you can just release the maiden on bot, and the maiden is just gonna kill all the super minions. So she can just push away here, even if Vinny beats down. It doesn't really matter, but like at this stage, they're just so fed, so they can just combo just kill you. But yeah, there's a lot of things you could do better there, like entire game. But I think if you can just remember what your goal should be as Yorick, then I think you could do good. Like in early game, all you have to do is just to focus on the waves, take your resets, and farm as much as possible, while being as safe as possible. So you don't wanna be exposed to ganks, and you wanna farm jungle camps if you can. And then what else? If you don't go for that play before a Drake, on the other side of the map, you wanna set up cats if you can. You can sponsor cats with a wave, so it's gonna push. Then you go group with your team. You can just play her with them, and you're gonna get a lot of stuff, and enemy team won't. If you can, let's see, we can. Yeah, if you just took your base here, you went. Let's say Drake's gonna spawn in like 1 minute or something. So you take a base, you run straight up. Then you wait for Wukong to push this wave. You're gonna sit there, just chill a bit. Drake is gonna spawn in 45-ish. Then, if he's gonna be here, once again, you just fight him. You should be stronger, you just kill him if he's gonna stay. Otherwise, spawn cats here. And then you could TP bot here if the wave is gonna be around this area as well. If you spawn cats here, you make sure that they push. TP here, you spawn cats here. Then you can just go 5 mid. Both sides are gonna push. So it's gonna be so hard for enemy team.
Wait a second. That's the scenario that you're describing is by me dying in top?
No, if you base like I said before, you just hit
okay. In terms
hit
of
one
wave.
melee and hit cannon, just back off.
Okay, in terms of wave. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry, get lost in this spot.
Yeah, because as Yorick in mid game, before every Drake, before every Nash, if you can spawn cats here, so that they can push, if you're gonna fight for Drake, or if you're gonna fight for Nash, if you can spawn cats here, then you just go and play for Nash or something. It's gonna be so hard for enemy team to do anything. Especially if they don't have TP on their champions. If they have TP, well, you're still gonna burn their TP, so it's still a win. But that should be the goal as Yorick. Because if you do that, even if you're gonna group with your team, you're still gonna farm a lot. But the enemy top laner is not gonna farm.
You know what? Just losing some stupid items like Zizurot made me just look at the real truth that in some sort of terms of macro and micro, also micro, have lost a lot.
Yeah.
And also playing now, Yorick is so frustrating in solo queue compared to other picks I have like Shen.
Yeah, but like champions as Shen, they're so forgiving. Because even if you're gonna die or if you're gonna waste a TP or something, you still have your ultimate. It's like a second TP. But on Yorick, you really have to understand how you want to play like the waves and the sides and play around your jungle, etc. Because if you're gonna mess up on that, then it's just gonna be game over. But at the same time, if you can master it, or at least be somewhat good on it, then you're gonna be able to pressure so much. Like there's no other champs at the game that can push top, push bot at the same time, where you're just gonna be standing here and putting up walls.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
What gives you the reason to keep playing Yorick in season 11?
So,
well, according to the fact that you have a lot of knowledge in terms of waves, which is the first step. I mean, but what's the reason for you keep keep going with Yorick?
Because even though I played like, I don't know, 200 games this season, I think, I still learn a lot, like about new items, about, like, for example, we never really talked about releasing Maiden in this game, but before last preseason, I never released Maiden. But now I'm trying to do it and experiment, like if I can see how good it is in certain situations. So I just like the champion that, like, he can just apply so much pressure, and even though I played him so much, I can still learn something from him. And
Okay.
but like at the moment, I'm kind of bored because I played. Let's see. If we look at my OPGT, I played a lot of games of Yorick. So the goal now is just to get challenger on this account, so I can brag about it, something. Because a lot of Yorick one tricks, they think that Yorick is really bad at the moment, and like that he needs buffs and etc. And I kinda disagree, so I wanna get challenger just to show them that he's decent. Even though he was so much stronger like last season with the old items. So yeah, that's
But this one is
pretty
your
much it.
account, or you get it loan or
Yeah,
something?
it's my account.
Oh, okay.
So last season I played a lot of Yorick on my main account. I played like 100
Ah,
games
cool.
on this, and I got to
Okay.
like, I was challenger most of the season. But if I want to join a team, it's it's not looking good if I'm gonna be playing Queenheimer and Yorick. So instead,
Because I was wondering, is his account, because you just stepped from platinum to, well, master or whatever.
yeah,
It was kind of weird, but well, you know.
like I played earlier seasons. I played just
Okay, so
random
you
stuff
was
on this
already
account.
challenger or whatever in another account. Okay, okay.
Yeah, but like
Okay.
even then, my MMR is so bad on this account. So even though I have 58% win rate of the 200 games, if we look at my main account, I have worse win rate with half the games, and I'm still higher here. So if I would just play 200 games Yorick on my main account, I would already be challenger. But that's kind of cheating, I guess. Or, I mean, not really, but it's easier. But I'm gonna try and do that.
Okay.
That's the plan.
Uh, can I still use some maybe half an hour in maybe next week? Because I maybe need help in terms of builds. Because
Sure.
you one season ago or two seasons ago, I was sort of autopiloting because I was so sure about every single item I should have built in the moment or maybe in the matchup or whatever. But now I get lost even in this maybe easy thing.
Yeah, I mean, what did you build last season? Usually.
The last season I was to build Trinity, then Starak, then Spirit Visage, also some Zizirot, good vibes. What else? Guardian Angel, maybe?
Yeah. Because,
Or
like,
no, sorry, Hydra for the split push.
yeah, right. I think last season, the three strongest Yorick items was Triforce, Death Dance, and Spirit Research. If you had those three items, you're just unstoppable. Enemy team can never kill you. So I don't agree with the Serac that you built earlier. I think those three items are just way too good in the past to not build. So I built those three items every game, always, pretty much. And then depending if I played against AP or AD, I could go Spirit Research second or Death Dance second. But like this season, like I played 200 games and I still don't know all the games what I want to build. I think the core build is to go Triforce pretty much every game, unless you're gonna go like Glacial or something. And then second item, at the moment, I feel like Titanic Hydra is just the best item.
Okay.
Because like
Second.
sorry?
The Hydra for the second item.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because like some people go Sterak as second item, but Titanic Hydra is gonna give the same amount of HP, I think. Yeah. It's the same HP as Sterak. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's more. Yeah, it's more after the nerf. And the AD is gonna be kind of similar as well. And like the way I play Yorick, I don't need a shield from Sterak early on, because all I do early is just to focus on farming. And then if I have the Hydra, so I get the cleave, I'm gonna be farming so much faster. I'm also gonna do more damage with this compared to Sterak. But then after that, I'm a bit divided how I wanna build. But it's gonna depend on the enemy comp, etc. But we can look on my games. So usually at the moment I go Triforce, Titanic Hydra, Spear of Research. And because in most of the games I go Conquer, I'm gonna have Bloodline as well. So I don't need to build a lifesteal item. So if I get Spear of Research as a third item, yeah, I'm gonna heal quite a lot anyway.
Wait, stop the image for a sec. Yeah, the game you win, Last Whisper. You build it because you were facing Chagas, don't you?
In this game I didn't build it, but we can look on this game.
Okay, perfect. In what order do you build Last Whisper?
I'm gonna see. Yeah, I built it as third item. Because like
Oh, okay.
in this game, let's see. Yeah, I kinda stomped Wukong. I farmed so much more than him. So after I have my Triforce and Titanic Hydra, I don't need to build anything just to win against Wukong. So I just need to look at the rest of the comp, what I need. And that one AP champ is not gonna do that much damage, but it's still some. And if I then can get Spear of Research combined with my Bloodline and Conquer, etc., I'm gonna be so immortal. Compared to if I would just go Sterak or something. Because if I would go Sterak here instead, I would have no MR. So Alcir is just gonna shred me.
Okay.
So that's kind of my thought process behind it. And then like, if you need anti-healing, just put in Executioners. You can build it like before Triforce even in some matchups. Then after the Spear of Research, I like to go Grudge, because I think Grudge is really broken at the moment. But you can't really buy it that early, I think. As early as you can buy it as third item, I think, but not before that.
Okay.
But yeah, that's about it. Any other questions?
No, for now, no. I have to just reset and think.
Yeah.
Because I also was having a headache, but I was trying to focus on everything you said. Because
Yeah.
actually, playing Yorick in the current meta and playing him bad, like, makes me feel like being the guy who is 20 who is still playing soccer with the kids.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's kind of boring and etc. And sorry if I'm stealing your time or whatever.
No,
But
don't worry about it.
I would really like to improve as my
Yeah,
main
that's fine. Like, I could teach you, hopefully, how to improve. And I'm gonna get some YouTube content. So it's a win-win. Like, also, if you have a headache and you can't remember everything, I'm gonna upload this watch anyway. So you can maybe rewatch, if you don't mind.
How was that in your language? Tank, isn't it?
It's tack.
Tak. Sorry.
No,
My bad.
it's a good try. It's a good try. But yeah, that's
Yeah, I haven't even the headache. I'm trying to collect all the data you're giving me.